I saw my girl, best waifu in anime, Holo, in this episode of Eromanga Sensei, and I'm just like, wait, what? Like, of all the things, of all of the series out there, in the context of this series, I would see Holo, of all things. I mean, yes, we already saw, like, a Spice of Wolf reference in previous episodes, but it was on the wall, and we've seen countless things like this in other series. However, I did not think I would see a straight-up Holo scene with Holo just talking. Like, yo, like, what? Like, yo, like, the scene when we had the references to Mahoka, Sword Art Online, and then Spice of Wolf, I was just sitting there dying. That was a funny scene. Now, I've made my piece on Mahoka. I'm not the biggest fan of that. If you like it, go for it. But I'm not the biggest fan of that one. However, I've said my piece on Sword Online, I've said my piece on Spice and Wolf enough, both of these series, and when I saw Kirito, the actual actor, the voice actor, say, "Stop booster stream," I'm like, yeah, like, what? Like, what? Like, yeah, like, what? Like, I was just sitting there dying. I'm like, this man, like, the way that was said, I was just laughing. But then, as I was just trying to contain my laughter, Holo pops. I'm like, what? Like my best girl, Holo? She, like, popping up. Like, these are one of the champions that he has to overcome, and you just see Holo pop. I'm like, at least they know. At least they know. At least they know the greatness of Spice and Wolf. At least they know that Holo is like the queen. You don't overcome Holo and Spice and Wolf. You just don't. I was just so happy when that was mentioned, like how he has to overcome this great wall and all that, and he just shows these series, and when you just see Spice and Wolf, I'm like, makes sense. It definitely makes sense. Now, regardless of how you feel about Sword Art Online, Mahoka, or Spice Wolf, which I don't know why you would dislike Spice Wolf, but if there's some cases, a bizarre case you dislike it, you still cannot say that those series don't sell well. They sell very well. They're definitely a big wall to overcome. If you're trying to write light novels, probably, that's something that would be very hard to overcome. You know, the popularity of these series, but also just the sales they got in general. So when you look at all these little different details, it's obvious that basically this would be something hard to beat and be a part of. And when he mentioned all these series, I'm like, yo, that's pretty nice. That's really nice seeing that. Just seeing these references, I was just dying and laughing. So good stuff. Good stuff, Eromanga Sensei. You had me smiling in this episode when I saw Best Girl. At the very least, even for a couple seconds, it just made me happy. Okay, so besides that, we had a reference to Kuroneko. Yeah, Kuroneko had a reference in this episode. I'm like, whoa, what? Like, we saw, you know, her siblings and all that, and then it pans up to her, and I was just completely blown away, because even though I wasn't the biggest fan of, you know, Orimo's ending, Kuroneko was my favorite female character. She was best girl of that series, and seeing her pop up, make, like, a cameo in this, I'm like, that makes me happy, just seeing her as well. So it wasn't just Spice and Wolf or a Starburst Stream reference, but we also had Kuroneko from, you know, Orimo, the previous series that the writer made, have a reference in this. And I was very excited and happy, and I had a smile on my face. I'm like, at the very least, we get to see her. We don't see the other girls, we see her, which confirms she is best girl. Like, she's automatic best girl of Orimo. Oh yeah. Anyways, let's talk about the serious stuff. So, jokes aside and all that, the beginning of the episode opens up with our main male character making a colossal fuck up. Like, his fuck up, oh my god, like, yo, how do you mess up that hard? Like, light novel protagonist, what else could be said, really? Because this man straight up walks the door, there's a happy moment going on, he's basically complimenting, you know, Sagiri's attire, like, oh, you look nice, you look very cute and all that. And then all of a sudden, he's like, oh, you look you look a lot like Muramasa, like, you look exactly like her, what you're wearing. And then her face just got like, it got, like, no happiness, no smiles, no blushing. Like, her face went like, what the fuck did you just say? Like, what'd you just say, bitch? Like, oh, like, what'd you just say to me? Like, her face, Sagiri's face, just went straight dead serious in that moment. And basically, he realized, you could tell by his reaction, he realized he fucked up. And he was trying to correct it, but then he said the exact same thing. And then, all of a sudden, she just got really upset and basically just closed the door on him. And I'm like, are you serious right now? You fuck up that hard. Like, oh my god. Like, seriously, what was said earlier on in this series, you're a light novel protagonist, perfectly applies to this man. I mean, how do you mess up that hard. You continuously do this. And speaking of messing up and all that, so throughout this episode, oh my god, like, they really wanted to just nail it down to let us know that Sagiri really loves her older brother, Masamune, and Masamune really loves his little sister, Sagiri, because they each said multiple times throughout this episode, I'm in love with someone, I have someone I love and all that, and they were both even saying it to each other, but they didn't admit who it was, and I'm like, oh my god, just like this tension between you two, like, Jesus, just fucking make out already. Like, damn, I mean, seriously. I mean, I know I'm already on a watch list. FBI's probably going to come to my door very soon. But damn, if you're going to just be like this and just straight up saying it, just do it already. Like, damn. Like, can you not just beat around the bush? Holy crap. Like, the way they were just saying that, like, oh, I'm in love with someone. They're literally face to face. He's like, I'm in love with someone. There's someone else and all that. And I'm like, oh my god. Like, seriously right now. So they made that very obvious in this episode. Like, that was just downright obvious, and they definitely might as well just know who they like by now. Because, I mean, the way they were talking and all that, they should obviously know. So, there was another moment in this episode. It was like a party part of this episode, where all the people from, you know, the little contest they had in last week's episode, they got together, and they were just having a party. And overall, there was a lot of laughs and funny things there. You know, Muramasa showing that she still has feelings for Masamune. She doesn't want to give up on him, and so Masamune is developing his own harem. He has quite a big harem right now. I mean, he has a bunch of girls in, you know, his harem. And when I think about it, the dude that got in third place, he is the only other guy character in this series. When I think about it, is he? I think he is. I think he is the only other guy character in this series. So when he walked into the house, most likely is like, oh god, like, this man's got, like, you know, a big harem. He has Muramasa, he has Elf Sensei, and then he has his sister. Like, damn, like, this man has a bunch of women. And then, let's not even talk about the others throughout the series as well. So, like, this man has a big harem, and that man, when he walked in on it, I kind of felt bad for him, because he probably felt very out of place, probably felt awkward, because none of them really cared about him at all. He was just there as, like, a third wheel or something, so, feel bad for him, and I bet he's like, this is kind of awkward, like, all of them talking about the main male character, not caring really much about him at all, but overall, I mean, that was pretty funny. And I wonder if that character's gonna pop up anymore. I wonder if he's gonna be relevant in the future, or if he was just there just to be there. I mean, he might be one of those minor characters that really isn't used much at all, and I feel like that's kind of what type of role he's gonna play throughout Eromanga Sensei. But that's about it. I mean, the episode was very simplistic. I mean, it was just mainly things that we've seen before, setting up for the future with the plot that was already established in the previous episodes. It was a good episode, some funny references, and so it's just a great episode. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I love you all so much. Please be safe. Chibi out.